Every real cowboy like myself knows how lonely it is out on the open range, which is why I listen to the Cowboy Boys podcast. With best contractually obligated friends, Shayne Smith and Mac Arthur, the Cowboy Boys will comfort your soul better than any disease-ridden saloon gal ever could. Cowboy Boys.
Welcome
Pee pee poo poo
to Cowboy Boys podcast.
Yes, that's what we're doing.
Don't repeat what I'm repeating right now.
What? Don't repeat what you're repeating?
Because I've gone deaf in my right ear, and that's fucking with me on another level, where I already can't hear out of my right ear, and then you're repeating everything in my left ear, and
Can you hear what I whisper?
no, my like high pitch hearing must be on like my right ear better. So I'm like going crazy. Firstly, because you got me sick with the bronchitis last week.
That's not true. Mac is ridiculous.
You got me sick. You probably, who knows what dark alleyway you were scurrying around where you got it. I don't even want to know. I don't want to know the
I got it from the Pacific Ocean.
Yeah?
I got bronchitis specifically.
Yeah, no, I know what you didn't know what you had till I figured out what I had.
Yeah, that's because I'm so much more powerful than you. I just simply keep existing. No worries.
You are not more powerful than
I'm
me.
100% more powerful.
Not 100%. Maybe
100%.
No. I think you are more aggressive. I'm a more defensive at life. I'm more of a defensive player.
Well, you know what they say about the best defense?
Is it good offense?
Yes.
So you get injured, and then you injure your teammates, which is me being reckless out there on the field, throwing away the playoffs maybe because I can't even hear out of my right ear. It's driving me crazy. I wake up in the morning and I'm just like, how did Beethoven do it? If I was Beethoven, because he went.
Well, he had two gone.
Yeah, no, that's what I'm saying.
Good. You want to be evened out.
Maybe I'm going crazy because I'm unbalanced. Where it's better to be completely deaf, because then you're like, oh well, I'm not getting like I'm not like unbalanced. I'm not like spinning my head everywhere. Oh, I don't know how I'm going to edit this podcast because it relies so heavily on listening to both ears. So anyways, I'm waking up and I'm just like, losing my mind, and it won't go away. Something happened with the bronchitis where it like popped I don't think it's permanent. I do think it's just like a weird pressure thing, like having an ear infection.
Do you know what I realized after a while? Because remember I was coughing up blood for a couple days?
No. What?
No, yeah, I was coughing up blood with my bronchitis, and I was like, no, it seems fine.
Would you rather cough up blood or not be able to hear out of one ear?
It was mostly in my snot. I would rather cough up blood.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, 100%. You go, there's blood in there. And then you keep playing video games. You don't give a fuck, dude. You're a man. You just simply die if it happens.
I've had a sore throat before.
Yeah, who gives a shit? So I was like, whatever. And then I mentioned it on my other podcast. And then because we have so many doctors who listen. It's fucking crazy how many doctors listen. Shout out to all you guys out there.
It's crazy having a bunch of doctors listen to us, but neither of us have health insurance.
That is kind of crazy. Well, here's the thing. They keep giving me real world advice that makes my life better.
Ooh.
So thank you so much to every nurse practitioner, every medical professional, and even some woo-woo people who have given me weird like, hey, your relationship's going bad? Well, 9 planets are in retrograde and the moon got fucked by Jupiter or whatever.
A lot of planets are in retrograde right now.
Yep, and my life is falling apart in a huge way.
Do you know what planet in retrograde means?
No.
So you know how the sun is in the center of our
solar system?
Solar system? I forgot the name of it.
It's okay, I do that too.
And so where Earth is spinning and you see where the sun is, and because other planets are also spinning in between us and the sun and also outside of the sun, sometimes as we are going left, or we're going clockwise around the sun. Yeah. Some of the planets in front of us and behind of us, depending on where they are, it looks like they're going backwards because the rotation, just from the angle of where they're at.
Oh, so we're like lined up weird.
We're just lined up weird, and so it looks it looks like the planets are going backwards, and that's what that retrograde means, when they're like on the opposite side of the solar system. And so if they're in between, if we're far out on the right, and they're just kind of in the center coming towards us,
yeah.
Or if they're rotating,
I thought retrograde would be when we're all in a line.
No, that's just alignment.
Okay.
Retrograde just means that, hey, it looks like that planet is going backwards. Is backwards relative.
So it's kind of like
it means nothing.
So it's of course, astrology is not real, but it is. But still,
it is interesting to be like, that planet looks like it's going backwards now. Is it? No, not really. It just looks like it relative to where we're standing on Earth. It's an optical illusion. It's like nothing is happening in the solar system. Nothing has changed other than it. It's like when you're driving a car and you see an airplane and the airplane looks like it's not moving.
Yeah.
It is moving still. It's just relative to whatever.
It's like if you drive next to water and there's something walking in, and then it looks like it's sailing, even though it's just standing in the water or whatever. Like it's moving really fast.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's all it is.
Okay.
That's what retrograde means.
And for astrologists, this is the version of, the little thing that bounces around when you have a DVD player, and then it hits the exact corner of the screen every once in a while, and then it just apparently emotionally devastates and causes chaos.
Here's the other thing.
Why is retrograde bad?
Well, here's the other thing about planets being in retrograde. I think Mercury in retrograde means like bad things are both supposed to happen. That's like, it happens a third of the year. A third of the year, you have an excuse to be like,
wait, what?
Yeah.
A third of the year this is happening.
I think it happens like 3 different times a year for like a month. So it's just like, all right, so you have a free pass to be like, well, this is bad because of this, which is like, oh, bad things happen because it's fall or autumn.
Can I be honest?
Yeah.
The retrograde
No, you
thing,
may not be honest.
Honestly.
Not on this podcast.
You're right.
You may only be funny and deceitful.
That's your half of the podcast.
No,
my half of the podcast is always the truth.
Yeah, I bet.
Mac,
what? I can't hear you winking. I am disabled right now.
God damn it!
I need to get like a.
Now you can't read.
I can't.
Oh fuck!
It's like when one of your senses goes down. Everything else, my other senses haven't raised. They've also gotten dimmer.
You're like the opposite of a blind guy.
Yeah,
You're like, oh, fucking worse.
Because my brain is focusing on how much I can't hear out of that ear.
Well, because you're full of hate.
Yeah.
I react differently to strife than you. You focus on it and become furious.
Mm-hmm.
That really is your style.
So angry.
I'm sure it has its benefits because so you overcome certain things really fast because you're so angry, or maybe certain problems would affect you more, but you're too mad to be affected.
Sorry, I'm yawning.
You're yawning. You're trying to yawn it out.
Dude, I've been yawning for the past day.
Whoa! When did you become a watch guy? Look at fucking Mac over here, everyone, trying to do fashion.
It's not fashion.
You're gay. You got to watch.
It's not. It's a 20.
So you can know what time it is when you need to fuck your boyfriend's ass.
Yeah, it's like a time. Time to see how fast I come.
Is that a runner's watch?
20 seconds.
It looks fancy. What's in the little circle?
This is a $20 watch.
Dude, come. I mean, watch technology has come so far. $20 gets you like exactly what you need.
I've had this watch for like months.
Really?
At least 4.
How come you've never wear it?
I wear it all the time. Go back on the podcast. I wear it on the podcast. You know what's happening right now?
Are you Mandela affecting me with a watch?
What's happening is I'm sitting on this side of the couch.
Oh, because I'm deaf in my left eye.
Are you?
No, my right eye's the bad one.
Oh. Then how did you notice my watch?
Because my left eye is going. My right eye actually... So my right eye is bad because I have astigmatism and it's looking directly at my nose. So like if I close this eye, I can see the entire side of my nose.
Well, I mean...
But like more than normal. Yeah. It's very funny.
No, I've had this I've worn it on a bunch of episodes for like months.
That's so funny that I never noticed.
Yeah, you don't.
I feel like you're lying.
I feel like you're a bad friend.
I also feel like I could easily be proven wrong.
No, just go back on the YouTube.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I don't know. I guess maybe. So you're saying you've been very timely with your butt fuckings for the past couple months.
The timing.
Do you use it when you run?
Yeah.
So do you? I just time my. Do you not bring your phone with you?
No, I bring my phone.
So you're timing with a watch.
I don't like.
And you have a phone. You don't have an app?
I don't like looking at my phone. I don't like holding my phone when I run.
It
just lives in my pocket.
Yeah, just put
I
it
don't
in
want to pull it out. I'm all sweaty.
You don't have to. You just start the app and then you put in your headphones and you go.
Yeah, what if I want to see the time? Also, this watch is
what if I want to? Well, the phone will tell you when it comes to a mile. Are you just saying you get impatient? You want to look?
No, I just don't. I don't have whatever voice command bullshit you have.
I don't have voice commands.
What do you mean tell you?
I literally, I go, I'm going to run. I click run. I put it in my pocket. I begin to run. Every mile on the mile, my app goes, you ran this mile this fast. This is your split.
I don't have that.
And then I keep going, and then it goes, 2 miles ran. This was your mile time. This is your split. And then I keep running, and it tells me every mile. I just do that for 5 miles around the park, and I go home.
No, I don't do that. I just run, and no robot lady voice tells me what's the
no robot. I know. I changed mine to be an Australian lady, and she kind of makes me horny.
Ooh. Yeah. I don't know how to do it. Fuck, I can't even do accents right now because I'm so focused on my ear. Like it takes.
Could you fuck right now?
I don't think I could.
Damn, Max so deaf he can't fuck.
I think my equilibrium's all messed up. Like I'd miss the hole. I'd be swerving to the right or something.
Dude. Because you hear the pussy. You're like Daredevil.
I use all 5 of my senses.
All 5 of your senses.
I have to smell, taste, see, feel.
He's accidentally revealing more fat guy sex move lore.
Wait, what's the last sense? I do have to hear
taste.
it. Hear it. I do hear the sounds.
Hear, see.
Because if it doesn't sound like what is that? A pot of macaroni?
Yeah.
Then I know I'm doing something wrong.
Do you know how I fuck? Using only my 6th sense.
Mm-hmm. What, your intuition?
Paranormal style.
Well, how's that?
I fucking tap into it like a psychic, and then I know what the pussy needs in the future, and I do it, and that's how they come.
Like, no, I'm like a dog that can smell cancer. I can smell when a woman's about to come.
Yeah.
I can smell if she's having a good time.
It'd be cool if
it'd
be cool if there were other indicators.
What do you mean?
Like, because
there are.
What do you mean?
What do you mean?
I mean besides the normal ones.
Besides the woman violently shaking and her face getting beat red.
Not every woman comes like that.
Maybe not for you.
Okay. That's a bold thing to say. I mean, listen, some women are weird about it and come silent. Some women come crazy.
Yeah.
Listen, you've heard me fuck. You know I fuck people who do come like that.
I haven't heard you fuck in the past couple days because I can't. That's the alignment of my room.
Now is the time. I got to get someone over here and just like do some hard fucking.
I'm going so crazy. So even where my desk is in my room, my right ear is facing the door, and I'm going crazy because I think I'm like, do I hear something? Like I can't hear anyone talking. I can't hear. It's like, did someone say my name? It's all, but you don't realize how much you need stereo sound.
Damn. I've like deafened myself up for sure. I think I can't hear as good as normal people.
No, probably not. But I mean, I always had really good hearing, but now it's just, imagine if you ever gotten water in your ear.
Yeah, all the time.
And you know how like it just is like stuck and you're trying to get it out? That's what it sounds like 24 hours a day for me right now. Just like
Maybe you just have water in your ear.
No, because I fell asleep and woke up with that. It woke up in the middle of the night, so I think it's just like an infection.
Did you shower
like
before you slept?
No, I think it's just like it's. I just have like an ear infection.
Okay.
You don't know how my head works.
I don't. I truly don't. It's very big. There's a lot of stuff going on in there.
There's a lot of tubes, a lot of equilibriums to get messed up.
You've got a very tubular head.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
So yeah.
What sense do you think hearing's the worst sense to lose? We've both lost our taste when we had COVID that one time.
The worst sense to if you have all 5 of your senses and then you had to lose one, which would be the worst sense to lose? Because I've never really had like a good sense of smell.
Me neither. That's the one I could just get rid of. Not that I don't like it.
Because like it was like, oh, I can't smell roses, but I can't smell shit. It's like equal. Being blind. That one, because like I
can't do it. I'll lose all of them before I lose blind. The eyes are the last one to go. Need them.
But you could become a all-time night guy, just wandering around doing weird stuff at night.
What weird stuff? You're blind.
Weird. And then you're blind, so people are like, "What are you doing, weirdo?" And you're like, "I'm blind." And they're like, "Oh, so sorry."
I guess
you could bump into women and be like, "Oops, I'm blind," and then they'll be like, "Hey, that's your opener for like talking to ladies."
Yeah. Blind is a 10 of 10, can't lose. Deaf is a 9 of 10 because music is such a big part of my life.
Yeah.
The other ones are like whatever. Losing touch would be wild, I guess. That's not one people seem to lose, but it would be
I could lose that.
Crazy. Yeah?
Yeah.
Dude, we're just giving me anxiety because I'm realizing how important all of my senses are to me.
Oh, yeah? You're getting anxiety? What about what happens when you die and you don't get to enjoy?
Care about that. I'm dead.
What about your sense of entitlement? What if you lost that?
What am I entitled to?
I'm just saying.
What do I behave as if I'm entitled to?
That might be a positive for you, I guess. If you lose your sense of wonder, that's a bad one.
That one would be really bad.
It happens to a lot of people.
It does. If I lost my sense of wonder, I'd be insufferable. Because there's already a lot of bad qualities about me that are kind of tempered by the fact that I'm like a silly guy who has a sense of wonder.
I think I would, if I had to choose one of my senses, obviously touch, like whatever, I can get by without touch. I think I would keep hearing. If I had to choose between the worst one, losing my hearing would be worse than going blind. I could live with being blind. I could be blind and still function in modern society. I don't think I could be deaf because
being deaf would be fine with me as compared to being blind. There's just so much I want to do that requires me to see. And so much that brings me joy.
No, I've seen everything. I've seen what a great pair of tits looks like. I've seen the Grand Canyon. Like, oh, look, I've seen a picture of it. I've seen all the colors. I've seen a beautiful baby.
What if you haven't seen all the colors?
So here's my question. This leads into, I'd rather go blind than go deaf. But when was with your sense of wonder? What was the last time you felt you're like, wow? Look at that. Today?
Yeah, I feel it all the time.
Damn.
I literally was in the ocean today and out loud to myself was like splashing the water was just like, this is the fucking best feeling. Like this is one of the best days of my life. And I feel that way every time I do lots of things. I literally thought that the other day while I was playing Lord of the Rings card game by myself. I was sitting crisscross applesauce on my floor playing my little game and like fucking Elrond did something cool and I'm playing and I'm listening to like this awesome doom metal album and I was just like, this fucking rules, dude. Fuck yeah. Like, this is awesome. I don't know. I think it all the time. My sense of wonder's really good. Yeah, man.
See, I'm trying to remember the last thing that I was just like, wow, man.
The ocean makes me feel it literally every time I'm in it. I would have to be like a really bad... I can't imagine what would have to happen for me not to... I guess if I get hurt... Yeah, I guess at times I've gotten hurt, I'm like, oh, I'm kind of focused on this, but...
Here's the one for me.
And I got fucked up today, and I still felt it.
Here was the last time I was just like, wow, life truly is beautiful. I was on TikTok and I found a Down syndrome guy who had a bunch of red hair. He's listening to country music and he was vaping and blowing, like looking all cool and smoking, like trying to do vape tricks. And I was like, that is rad. That is cool. I'm happy for him.
Yeah, it rules.
And that was the last time I don't get it as much as you, I don't think. So I think my sense of wonder meter has been oversaturated.
I saw. Oh, also. I don't know if this is a sense of wonder, but it was very appreciative. I saw two of just the hottest possible girls sunbathing naked at the beach. Yeah. Not even fucking... Usually it's just like a girl with her tits out and she's like sitting reading or just like laying down or whatever. These were two girls fully naked hanging out on a blanket. And they looked, well, it was hot, but also they looked a lot like someone I've dated.
Bush? No Bush?
Bush, yeah.
Bush.
That's how I knew. Because, you look and you're like, I'm not going to stare. I'm not trying to rack up seconds staring. So.
I feel like.
I would, but
I feel like, you know what? if you're fully nude on a public beach that isn't a nude beach, I'm going to stare.
I think
I will stare. I might feel a little ashamed if we make eye contact, but I'm going to be like, yo. Especially if you're just like an average person, I might look away. But if you're extremely hot or extremely ugly, I'm staring. I'm going to be like, what is up?
Everyone I've ever seen sunbathing with their tits out at has been so hot that I'm like,
I'm bleeping the name of that beach, by the way.
Oh yeah, do it.
I don't want people.
Yeah, we don't want
you creeps.
Fuck you, locals only. Bitch?
What if I want to go?
Though they don't know what jetty I go to, okay. But still, you can still bleep it out.
I will.
Okay, but yeah, it's a certain jetty for sure that it happens at, but I'm always just like, wow, God is good. Like, this rules. Fucking cool. And it's not like I'm staring, but I'm like getting my board ready and they're just like 5 feet to my left. And I'm like, well, there's a really cool pair of tits. All right. And then I just keep fucking putting my board together and I just go out and do my thing.
If you have to go up and approach them, talk to them?
I would never in a million.
I'm saying you have to, though.
Oh, I have to, like, because someone's gonna murder me or I lost a bet or
someone's gonna murder you.
I have to, and am I hitting on them or am I just talking to them?
Your decision. But you do have to. You have to break the ice. I have
to break the ice. I don't know. I would just be like, I would ask them for something. Probably, I would be like, "Hey, do you have? Sorry to bother you. Do you have sunscreen I can borrow? I forgot mine." And like, I would be super normal about it. Like, I would pretend their tits were in. I would just be like, if they didn't, I'd be like, "Oh, no worries," and I would walk away. And I wouldn't like stare and be weird. If they did talk to me, eyes, I would be looking at their forehead. I would be looking at the top of their head the whole time. They would never get me for a single second, dude. I would be like shaking if I had to, but I would never. No, I don't want to be weird to them. They're like, I mean, being a woman is already so shitty. You have to go to the gym and just fucking dudes are jacking off to you and stuff.
It is, but I feel like this is a bar situation. If you're fully nude in public,
do you know what it is? It's a beach for surfers only. And I think women know that surfers are more interested in waves than tits.
They're more horny for the sea.
They are, and it's true. Listen, even me,
they're gay for the sea.
I've never for any amount of time spent more time trying to look at the tits than like I'm like, okay, cool boobs, and then I'm like immediately like, fuck you, wave time. So I think that they know because it's a surfers only beach that like, one, there's no families usually. Two, that they can just go there and surfers are like, we don't give a fuck. We are trying to surf.
I gotcha.
And the surfers are cool. I've never seen a surfer hit on them. I've never seen those girls get hit on at the beach.
You see them multiple times?
No, just any topless woman. Oh, because I've seen like, I'm no joke, like 150 plus topless women at this beach.
Here's my move. I'm bottomless.
Yeah.
So my dick is out, but I'm wearing a t-shirt.
Yeah. and you're reading? You're just sitting on a blanket reading?
No, because I have to go up and talk to them and say like a line or something. Yeah. And I have my surfboard and stuff, and I'm just like, I go, hey, why are your tops off? I accuse them in that direction.
Yeah. That's fucking weird.
Hey, this isn't a topless beach. And when they look at me and see my penis out, they'll hopefully laugh and get the joke.
They would not. They would 100% think you were insane.
No, I think it wouldn't be hard because I'd be too nervous. I have pretty good penis control, I feel like. I can will it soft if needs be.
I don't have good penis control. I can't will it hard almost ever.
I don't think
my penis only gets, it used to be that I could like work it up.
Yeah.
Like I could work it up as a joke, which I've done.
Yeah.
You know, you're like, you're going to do a prank or something. Yeah, you just think of, like work it up a little bit. So
you think of your dad kissing your grandpa and you get all hard like you do.
Just go fucking crazy. You're like, all right, get my uncle in there. No, but like nowadays my penis is like, we only get hard for
it's in
exactly
charge.
Who we want. Yeah, my penis is in charge. It gets hard all the time. But it's in charge.
Me and my penis we're a duo. Dude, we each need to turn the key to launch the code.
My penis did like Yugoslavia and broke up. It's fucking its own breakaway nation now, and it does whatever it wants. They pass referendums. I have no control, dude.
Sometimes you're just like, what? This is a new thing?
Literally just getting horny in the weirdest times where I'm like, really? Right now? Also, since I've been so much healthier, I'm horny. the hardest dick every morning to the point that I have to wait to come out to say hi to you guys, or I'm like, God damn it. Come on, man. It's ruining my life.
Why don't you just come out with like a pillow in front of you? why don't you just tuck it into your waistband?
That's very funny.
Why don't you? There's so many options.
My favorite thing is to like jokingly, like when I had a girlfriend, to jokingly hide it and like put a t-shirt. It's just like on it, you know, like it's just hanging from it like a hanger.
How about this for a prank show idea? Me and you go on a double date.
Okay.
And we both take like 3 Viagras before. And the game is whoever's boner gets noticed first loses.
Oh, I'd win, dude. Wait, are we allowed to talk or not allowed to?
You're allowed to do whatever you want.
Oh, I would win then. I would just not get... We would both not get found out.
No, I would show up in a wheelchair.
I would just tuck it into my... I get horny out in public all the time. I just tuck it into my waistband.
I mean, there would be like things where we'd have to like... We'd be put in precarious situations.
True.
Like, hey,
I could do it. I'd wear like a thick belt.
Go on this swan boat ride or...
Yeah. A hoodie and a fucking...
Try and do a hula hoop. Go bowling.
It would be funny to wear untuckable clothes where you're like, no, you're wearing like sheer shorts and a shirt that only barely fits, and whoever gets so like there's no way to, you got to do whatever it can. I would just do a bit where my legs stop working and I would crawl around on the ground trying to hide my dick.
I would bow down to the women. Every time they're like, I'm trying this new Japanese thing where I'm bowing, so it kind of hides it a little.
Damn, dude.
See, there's so many ways you can.
I would just put ice water in my pants.
That wouldn't work.
It wouldn't make it go away a little.
Ice water would then draw. They'd look. Say you'd be like, It would look like you peed your pants, but then they'd see your boner. Be like, did you just cum your pants? Are you multi-orgasmic because you're still hard after cumming your pants?
Yeah, do you stay hard after you cum for very long?
Yeah,
me too.
But
do other people not?
But I got a medium short penis, so I don't need that much blood to go stay down there.
True. Well, I stay hard for like a while afterwards, and I always have people remark on it or over the course of my life, and I'm like, do other guys come and then just their dick gets soft and they fall asleep immediely? Is that what other dudes do?
Sometimes. I'm fucking a girl and I am soft.
yeah. That happens, dude.
So I have the full spectrum.
Oh, dude, nothing's worse than fucking. And you're like, if this comes out, it's not going back in. There's no way.
Sometimes it's just mushy. So it depends.
Throwing rope.
It really depends. I don't want to brag. Sometimes I can. I have like my 14-year-old boner. I'm just like, I'm going to shoot myself in the head because of how hard I am and how much I hate this. And then sometimes I'm like, I'm going to shoot myself in the head because of how soft I am.
Yeah, dude.
And how much I hate this.
Life is a nightmare, man.
Yeah, you just need
nothing good is ever happening.
It's honestly the hardest is when God just smiles on you and gives you a normal 21-year-old boner when you're at that age, when your T level's at its perfect age.
Yeah, dude.
But I don't know if I mentioned this. I might have mentioned this on the podcast. I was carrying a bunch of Dr. Pepper. I was carrying a 12-pack of Dr. Pepper from the grocery store.
Yeah.
And I was just walking down the street, and this guy, the guy's, he was working for Con Ed.
Yeah.
And so he has like the clipboard and he's in the suit, and I'm walking, and he walks up, he's walking the opposite way of me, and he just goes, Dr. Pepper, yells at me, and I'm like, what the fuck? And he's like, and I'm just like, what?
At work, he just heckled
you?
No,
we were walking down the street.
Yeah. But he's at work.
No, you mean he might have been on, I think it was like after work. He was walking home.
Still, man.
And he just yelled at me. And he's like...
He just screamed, Dr. Pepper.
He yelled the thing I was carrying. And I'm like... I thought I was going to fight him. Because the guy jumps at me and yells. And I wasn't like... I didn't know what he was yelling first. And then I was like, oh. And he's like, yeah. And I'm like, you got me.
Yeah.
I don't know what to say to that.
Fucking weird.
It was a crazy street interaction.
Dude, I love crazy street interactions.
Have you had any crazy street interactions?
When we were in the subway the other day, we were walking. We were a group of 5 guys having a great time, being dudes, being real dudes, having a real dude night, saying a lot of horrific things, making jokes.
I wouldn't say they're horrific. I would say they're perfectly normal.
Wishing someone would start a fight with us type vibes.
I didn't watch that.
Very fun. Love those nights out with the boys.
I was not wishing for a fight. I was praying for 5 beautiful women to be like, wow, you guys are
also that.
You guys seem really cool.
I don't actually want to fight, but there's like that feeling when you're with the boys where you're like, we're invincible, no one can fuck with us, and it just feels good.
I was hoping for 5 smaller, weaker men to attack 5 beautiful women.
Oh yeah, the ultimate fantasy.
Because I don't want to like overexert myself fighting a man my size or bigger. I just want to like, hey, get out of here. And then he's like, oh, and he runs away. And I'm like, yes, I exerted no energy over that. Hey, who are you, lady? That's my fantasy.
Oh man, it's a good fantasy.
Mm-hmm.
But anyway, we were walking past. We were going up the subway, like up the stairs, and we were walking past another group of boys having a boys' night out, and they seem like nice lads. Like they're all laughing and having a good time, and not being like scary guys or whatever. And I'm eating a bag of Swedish fish, and one of the guys put his hand out. He's walking past me, and I just put a Swedish fish in his hand, and then he immediately ate it, and they were all like going crazy because I gave him a Swedish fish. I love those kind of interactions. That shit's the best.
Do you think he was disappointed it was normal, not like a weed candy?
No, I think he knew what was up. I just think he was like, hey, you got a Swedish fish? And I was immediately zero. It took me 0.1 seconds to be like, boom, Swedish fish for the stranger. I love that shit.
That just seems like there are moves you can pull that you get to manipulate other people. Just holding your hand. This mine. Holding your hand
out. It's not a manipulation. It's kind of a little bit. Homies being bros. No, he asked. I could have said no very easily.
The intention was pure, but you did get manipulated.
Yeah, it is a manipulation. If you ask for something and someone gives it to you, you've manipulated them.
Ask. There was no vocal agreement.
What? So if someone's mute, they can't ask for things. So they're only a manipulator.
So Shayne, suddenly nonverbal communication is good enough for you now. Because I've always been a fan. Sometimes you just know when another human being wants something, and maybe she and you, it's late at night, and she wants that Swedish fish, and you're gonna give her some Swedish fish.
What are you talking about?
I just feel like I've never been wrong.
No, absolutely not. It sounds like you're referencing something insane right now.
Yeah, it does. I was actually asking if you wanted to talk about your run-in with the police.
No, sure. I mentioned it on my other podcast, and a bunch of people
no
were
one
like,
listens to that. Everyone listens to this one.
I said it like seriously on there, and everyone's like, "Are you okay?" And it's like, yeah, it's like it's not even top 5 worst things happen in the last 3 weeks. So I don't know, man. The last 3 weeks have been really unlucky.
Yeah, Mercury's in retrograde.
It's for real, man. It really is in retrograde. It's fucking me up. Honestly, I'm fine, everyone.
What happened?
Listen, sometimes you just have a lot of bad luck. Truly, I'm like, I'm healthy. Or healthy-ish because I had bronchitis.
Yeah,
but like. I'm healthy. I'm taking care of myself. I'm happy. I'm fucking working.
You still have both your ears?
I have both my ears. And I'm surviving, man. It's whatever. It is what it is. I'll be fine.
What happened with you and the cops?
Dude, I've been in a mentally really good place for the last 2 years, and I will continue to do that. Life can suck my dick.
We get it. You're good. What happened with the police? Do you not want to talk about it?
No, we can talk about it.
We don't have to talk about it.
So I was walking. I was on a walkabout.
We don't have to talk about this.
No,
I feel like I'm prying now.
I got sad, and I wanted to go on a walkabout.
Okay.
But like a good one, like where I'm feeling. So I'm listening to. I have my headphones in. I'm on like no noise mode, noise canceling mode.
Oh,
full volume. You know, which is that's my privilege as a 6'1" large tattooed man. I'm fucking walking around New York, unable to hear anything around me, and at fucking 2 a.m. or whatever. So I'm fucking power walking. You know, I feel good, and then all of a sudden I hear like this crazy screaming. So, but it feels like it's like far away. So, I mean, I've seen so many fights in our neighborhood even. Mm-hmm. So I was like, fuck yeah.
We saw one a couple weeks ago. You were gone. You missed it. You missed a big fight. Our neighbors were fighting.
Yeah. Our neighbors have fought twice now.
And what's funny is I'm like, I don't know what's happening, but I have to be on the side of our neighbors.
Yeah, of course.
They're our neighbors. They're our boys. They're all, I mean, I talk to them more than whoever this stranger is fighting at their house.
Yeah, dude.
They're coming to our block and fighting our guys.
Wrong neighborhood, motherfucker.
Don't go fight in a neutral third place.
Here's what we need to do. We need to put a couple loose bricks on the top of the stoop so that if we get out of the door, we can be involved in the combat immediately.
I don't like bricks.
Why?
I'm more of a pepper spray, bear spray kind of guy.
Here's the thing. You think that, but everyone thinks that, but everyone gets bear sprayed.
Yes.
Everyone gets pepper sprayed, not just the person you're pointing it at. All of you get pepper sprayed.
I'm trying to break it up.
No, breaking up fights is for bitches.
But
don't
also,
break up
but
fights.
Also
That sucks.
spray the main guy.
No, don't break up fights. That sucks. Just let people work it out.
Well, I did let these people. They were fighting. I didn't have to step in, but I did let them work it out.
Yeah. I mean, listen, I'm not saying you have to step in, but what if our neighbor's fighting 3 guys? But now you have a brick at the top of the stoop. Now our neighbor's fighting 2 guys. It's really that simple. Anyway, a brick is great. It's a fight device. It's a master key. It can build a building. It's like the most truly one of the most universal objects of all time.
Here's why I don't like a brick. Because what happens when you lose the brick and someone picks up the brick? Now you're brickless and they have a brick.
Well, they've bent over to pick up the brick. Now brick number 2 is coming.
So bricks. You have a 2-brick policy.
Here's the thing about bricks that you are forgetting. Most people, 90% of people, have the MacArthur feeling where they're like, don't throw bricks at people. So when you hit someone with a brick and it's on the ground, most people don't pick it up to throw it back.
No, that's not my feeling. My feeling is I will never bring a weapon that I could be used against me.
Well, then never bring a weapon.
No, I would bring a weapon if it was like I would do Edward 40 hands where you duct tape a 40-ounce bottle of liquor. I would have a gun, but it would be duct taped around my head, so no one could take the gun from me.
Yeah. That's pretty good.
That would be Mac 40 cal. 2 guns duct taped. Duck Kahana. What is that?
Whoa, Kahana. Yeah. Khan. Okay.
Is that what that's called when you do wield?
I don't know.
Isn't it something Kahana?
Yeah, are we talking about the movie Equilibrium or just like the word in the, I don't know. In any case, everyone, I'm walking, it's late at night, headphones, noise canceling, I'm listening to fucking Kill Whitney Dead as loud as humanly possible. I'm working some shit out in my brain. It's going well. I hear this crazy sound. I go, I'm about to watch a fight. So I have my phone in my hand while I'm walking, of course, because I'm just like browsing Instagram, listening to music, walking. Like I'm kind of in no man's land mentally. It's fucking 2 a.m. I take one of my headphones out of my ear with my, and my phone is in the other hand. I realize I'm being screamed at. I look over, there's 2 people wearing beanies and like all fucking black.
Yeah.
And they're pointing guns, or they're running with guns, and one of them points it at me, this lady, and they're like, they're like, fucking comply. And I was like, I haven't heard the order because I had fucking headphones in. So I was like, this is a phone. And I realized they're cops immediately because no normal person talks like that. And I was like, this is a phone in my hand. This is a fucking phone in my hand. And I just start yelling that it's a phone, And so, and I like touch it with my finger so the light goes on. I'm like, this is a fucking phone. And they're like, okay. And so now I realize like, oh, great. My fucking earbuds are going to be on the fucking ground in a second here. Because I can't put it in my pocket. I can't reach for my pocket, so they're gonna fucking kill me or whatever. So I'm like, great. So they're like, fucking, they're like, stay right there, and they just make me stand, which is weird. I thought they would have me get on the ground or whatever. Here's the thing: they don't detain me because as they stop me, I think they realized I wasn't the guy.
Been there.
And then in their heads. But then they got a save face or whatever.
Yeah.
So then the guy cop,
that's so funny,
who's like like dying from running the fucking like across the street to yell at me or whatever. He gets on its radio and he's like, we have a suspect here on whatever street, male with tattoos. And then the guy's like, that's not him. We have a such and such place. They some cop jargon. And so then they're just like,
oops,
sorry about that. And then they fucking both jog away. But at this point, like, I've seen like 2 more units with lights on go like driving by. And then there's like a guy over here. So I'm seeing lights everywhere. And I'm like, oh, they're doing like a manhunt.
You didn't keep talking at them when they just walked away?
I was like, yo, what the fuck? Like, I was like, what is happening? Should I leave this place? Like, because I was like, I should have been like, fuck you, you pointed guns at me. But my first thought was like, is there like a mass shoot? Like, what is happening? So I was like, should I leave? And they did not. They literally just ran away. And I was just like, but it was so, at the time I didn't realize, but now looking back, it's so obvious. They stopped me, immediately realized after coming in close to me that I wasn't the guy, and then just were like, well, fuck, now we have to pretend.
One of my first New York experiences was getting pulled over in my car. This is like the first week I lived here. I got pulled over in my car. I was speeding. I was doing something. I'm from the West where everyone drives 75 miles an hour everywhere.
Yeah.
There rules out there.
It does.
And then one cop comes over to my side of my window and is just like, hey, whatever, you're fucking speeding. I'm like, yeah. And then the other cop comes up to the passenger window, grabs her gun, and it's just like, what's that in the back seat? And I'm like, what? Because I see her like, what are you talking about? Can I reach for it? Like, or not? Can I reach for it? But I'm looking.
Yeah.
And she's like, don't do it. And I'm looking, and I'm like, it's just from my old job in Utah. It was antenna. Like literally, it looks like a TV antenna you don't see on the top of things for tracking like dogs or falcons radios.
Yeah.
And it was just like had a handle, and it's like, how does this fucking idiot not know what a gun looks like? You have a gun. It looks. I'm trying to describe what it would look like. It looks like, like an RC car thing with a wheel on it.
Yeah.
But maybe like a long pointy skewer.
Yeah.
It's just it's a handle. So is this lady going around and like, what the fuck is that? When like a guy's cooking and he's grabbing the handle.
Yeah.
And it's like, it's a fucking pan. Oh, anything you could grab. So scary. Like, oh my God, what is that? It's like, it's a video game controller. It has a handle. Anything made for it. It was so, and I was just like, it's an antenna. Do you want to see it? And the guy was like, nah, you're cool. And she's like, oh, okay. Like,
Jesus Christ. It'd be so funny if a lady cop shot both of us.
We both have come close.
She fully pointed like 2 hands on it. Fucking, I don't know if she was finger on the trigger. Obviously, I couldn't see, but I would bet any amount of money she was ready to fucking pop me, dude. I literally thought I was being robbed. I was like,
you almost got girl bossed.
Well, here's the thing too. As I turned around and I heard them, and then I could hear them running, my reaction was like, ugh! Like when a dog scares you, and I was so embarrassed that I like kind of was out of it, just like, fuck, man, I'm a bitch. If they had shot me, my last thing I ever did, if they had filmed it, would be me being like, oh no, like
just looking like a sissy.
Yeah. So it embarrassed me really bad.
That does suck. When you get shot, you're like, you make like a dumb face.
Yeah, dude. Dude, very few people look cool in their shots. Some guys do. I've seen videos of guys getting shot and they're just like, and they just kind of sit down and they're like, fuck. And then they're just like, I'm dead.
I saw a body cam video recently where a guy got shot by a bunch of cops, got up, started chasing him with a knife again. The body cam is a guy with a shotgun, shoots him again with a shotgun from like 6 feet away, falls down, gets up again. I'm like, fuck.
Let him kill one of you at this point. He did it.
Yeah, at that point, I'm like, God damn, that guy he looked pretty cool. If you get shot and then get up and keep going, that's a cool look.
Yeah,
but if you get shot, you're like, ew. It's like, it's hard to look cool.
Yeah, dude.
I mean, but that's all of us.
Dude, I saw a guy get shot today. I saw like 5 guys get shot today.
That's the war going on.
Yeah. It's not the war. It's people just in the city.
You saw 5 people in the city of New York get shot in front of your eyes?
on the internet.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
In the war.
Oh.
They weren't in the war.
No.
They were in I saw 3 people get shot in Russia, but they weren't. That's not the war.
But here's my point on the cops. And I know a lot of people are anti-cop.
Yeah,
I don't mind that. I get it. I get where your hate comes from. Yeah. My thing is, when it comes to police, I feel like they should recruit more military people, because
more? They already do like an extraordinary amount of military personnel.
No, yeah, but I do trust a guy who was in the military and like knows how to like disassemble a gun and take orders and is part of a unit. And I feel like you should have military experience and they know rules of engagement before you should ever be a cop, because a cop, I trust military people, so when they call in the National Guard, I'm like, oh, thank God. I'd rather hang out by the National Guard during an emergency than ever a cop, because a cop is just a guy that like, so, do you have any experience? No. Well, here's your badge and here's a gun. They don't train you as much as in the military.
But here's what you're
forgetting.
In
the military, they have an investment.
But 95% of the military is not a person who ever shoots a gun more than like a couple times.
Good.
Yeah, but
that's still more than a cop. I feel like.
Guess
I'm saying,
I don't know. I think that the military people are like have PTSD and are more likely to be like wanting to shoot you.
I would rather.
I think the opposite.
I would rather be shot by a military guy who thinks I'm somebody, like he sees a flash of like some terrorist suicide bomber. And I would rather go out him shooting me that way than a cop who's like, I don't know what to do. Oh, like that. That fear, the military man's PTSD is real fear. The cop's fear is...
I think
I'm just saying personally.
You're underestimating how often that also happens in the military.
I'm just saying salute to our boys in camo. I love the military. I love I like our military fans. Do you think we have any cop fans?
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, we do.
Damn. What do you? If you're a cop and you're listening to this podcast, please write in to cowboyboyspodcast at gmail.com and tell me what you think about Christopher Dorner. Because that's what I want to know.
Yeah, it's interesting.
Christopher Dorner is the only good cop that I know of.
It also depends on where you're a cop.
Yeah, if you're a small town cop, that's a good gig. If you're Andy Griffith,
yeah,
if you're a cop to like 20 people, that's a nice cushy gig.
I've met guys who were like, I was a cop, I didn't pull my gun in like 15 years. I saw some wild shit, but I never thought I needed to do it. I just kind of hung out. I was never really involved in anything crazy. If I
was a cop, I would be like, they'd be like, there's a shooting going on. I'm like, I'm on my way. And I wouldn't turn my lights on. I would obey all the laws.
Fuck, man. I don't know, but yeah, we have cops who listen for sure.
I would pull over women and be like, so what's up? What's your? I noticed you were hot.
That happens.
I know, but I would still ask for the number.
Yeah.
And then feel like, well,
you'd get fired, but you might get one.
I might get promoted.
True. It is the police. You don't know what's going to happen. It depends. They're only as infallible as the people who are in charge, which are often bad.
There's so few jobs where you actually have to be competent at your job. I feel like engineering is one of those jobs where you can't just bullshit your way to the top.
There's a hardcore meritocracy. Make results or not.
Everything else is pretty much who you know.
Yeah.
It's like programming and engineering stuff where I think
surgeons and stuff.
Yeah, probably.
Certain doctors.
You can't get by after.
Certain types of doctors, like you have to produce results. I guess lawyers.
Podcasting is you have to be skillful. There's no meritocracy there.
Yeah.
It's only the cream rises to the top.
Yeah, I'd say, do you think Dax Shepard's probably a really good podcaster, much better than us?
I feel like celebrities who are getting into podcasts these days, it doesn't, because I'm seeing I'm seeing a lot of celebrity podcasts. I don't see anyone ever talking about them.
Yeah, but they have hundreds of thousands of millions of views.
That's what the views.
You don't see anyone talking about Masked Singer, but it's still one of the most watched shows in the United States.
This is one of those things where any YouTuber we like, let's say, who do we follow on YouTube that we love? That constantly hits millions.
I mean, what's the follow-up point?
Just say who's someone you like. I'm not going to besmirch that. Yeah, iDubbbz. Every time he posts, he gets tons of views naturally. But whenever late night posts on YouTube, they're paying they're sliding money to get on the front page, but they're on the front page with nothing, like 10,000, 15,000 views. So I think that if Michelle Obama, Michelle Obama has a podcast, it shows up on the front page of Spotify, and it has all these reviews, and it has all these high ratings and high numbers, but it's much like Hillary Clinton's merch. How often do you see a Hillary Clinton shirt? How often do you still see people wearing Bernie shirts? You see people wearing Bernie shirts because real people like Bernie. You don't ever see a Hillary Clinton shirt because it's all manufactured. It's fake numbers. It's fake ratings being like, wow, she's the best. You don't see people talking about Dak Shepard's podcast or whatever. I mean, it might be good. I haven't listened to it. Is this good?
I don't know, but I think what's happening is that you are forgetting how out of touch you are with regular people.
I love Conan O'Brien. He's one of my favorite guys ever. I've never listened to. I think I've listened to 10 of his minutes of his podcast.
You are literally could not be more detached. You have not one connection to the real world.
That's because I'm online. I'm focused. Know. I'm laser focused.
This is not an insult in any way.
I'm telling you.
Okay, I know you're laser focused, but that's what I'm saying. What's happening here?
The veil has been lifted off my eyes.
Yeah. What's happening here is you're like, who does this? And it's like, man, so many people. I see it all the time.
When was the last time you saw a Hillary Clinton shirt?
Literally, when did I do a show last?
No, that's fake. That was a fake person. That was a CIA plant.
There was a girl wearing a Hillary Clinton shirt.
They pay CIA shills to walk around in Hillary t-shirts.
I do see Bernie stuff way more.
Oh yeah, because he was the real candidate.
Yeah, he was the real candidate.
People really like him.
Yeah.
Everything else, all the news, everything else. Luckily, YouTube still hasn't. I feel like they still haven't faked numbers, even though they probably do, as blatantly as like other like TV stations and everyone else lying. About stuff.
I don't know, man. I do think that there's some truth to what you're saying, but also I think for your sake, you need to also remember that you are living outside of the Matrix, commenting on what's going on inside of the Matrix.
Yeah, I see.
No.
I see all the code. I'm Tank.
Yeah. You're like, I don't know. I'm not in there.
I was born
see
naturally.
The code. I don't know.
This is that thing where autistic people, they found out that advertisements don't work on them as well.
Yeah.
And I don't even see when I see ads, I get angry. I'm like, ugh, get that shit away from me. It won't work.
Instagram ads get me all the time, man. They fucking kill it. And you know what? When they're that good and they're that on point, I'm like, you can do it. You're allowed to do it to me. If you want to give me exactly what I want that I didn't even know I wanted, now I'm with you. If you're going to try and sell me the fucking detergent or some shit that I don't need, I'm going to freak out. That's my problem.
I'm trying to see what my first Instagram ad would be.
Dude,
Delta Vacations.
Dude, your fucking Instagram doesn't know who you are or what you need.
That's by design.
You couldn't be more confusing.
A beer. Mac, would you like a beer? Because I obfuscate my online presence. You'll never find me. I'm too shifty. The AI. I'm one of those problematic Netflix users that it doesn't know if I like Napoleon Dynamite or not.
Dude, fuck Napoleon Dynamite. It's a bad show.
It's a great movie. It's very funny.
I don't like it. I think it's played out.
That's why that Netflix paid like $1 million 10 years ago to any programmer who could improve their prediction AI on Napoleon Dynamite, because it's such a decisive movie and there's no rhyme or reason of why someone likes it or hates it.
Really?
Yeah. They had $1 million prize back in the day when they still allowed for ratings, I think.
Yeah.
Until when, what was it? The Amy Schumer special, everyone thumbed it down or gave it 1 star. So they just gave us thumbs now and ruined it. Ugh. Ruined their algorithm.
I'm trying to see what my first ad is. Oh, man, the suggested reels for me have been so fucking horny.
Mine have been too. It happened like a month ago.
What happened? They used to be all surfing and skating and metal.
Yeah.
And like an occasional horny one, which I'm cool with. That's the thing. Give me the horny, but I'm like, ooh, things I like. I think, awesome. This girl's hot as fuck. Keep it moving.
You know what? Let's look at Meta or Facebook. Meta's...
Oops, yeah, that's my sounds on. That's not great.
Let's look at Facebook Meta's stock price and see if it correlates with why everything got so horny.
Where the fuck is an ad? Give me an ad. This is the first time I've ever... God damn it.
When did you start? It kind of happened like a month ago. Yeah, they've kind of been tanking. They've like evaporated. There were... Let's see. Oh, yeah. No wonder it's gotten horny. At the beginning of this year, they were worth $338. Now their stock is like, each stock is $136. They've evaporated more than half of what they're gonna.
Everyone is down though. That's the thing.
But I'm still saying now they got to pull out the dirty tricks.
Now's the time to buy into Instagram. I bet you. They're only gonna go up.
You think?
Be Real's not going to compete.
No, I'm already forgotten about Be Real.
Yeah, I mean, it's a really cool idea, and I think Instagram should implement like a Be Real feature.
Yeah, that's all they got. It's one of the ones.
It's like, hey, once a week though, so it's like extra super fancy. Ooh. Dude, I literally cannot get an ad on here. What the fuck?
It heard you looking. It knows you're aware. So yeah, if you would like to help us out, you can rate our podcast on Spotify now.
Oh, my first ad is for Warhammer 40K.
You can thumbs up this video you're watching currently on YouTube. You can comment below, say something. I'll try and reply if it's fun. You can rate and review our podcast on iTunes. You can. How else can we game the algorithms? How else can you could tell your friends about the podcast. That's always very nice. You could put on your podcast at work and annoy your coworkers. You can go on your family's and friends' phones and subscribe to our podcast.
That's right.
Download a bunch of episodes.
Very true.
They don't have to listen to them, but a download counts as like a full listen.
Trying to massage these numbers, baby.
Yeah.
You could also take your family or friends' credit card or log into their own Patreon and sub to us.
With their implied permission.
They'll never.
You don't need verbal permission. You just need to be like,
They're never gonna notice $5 missing. But you know who will notice that $5? Us.
Yeah, it does.
Us
help.
Who need it so bad to live, especially considering touring's gonna be done for a long time soon.
Yeah, if you have access to someone else's,
if you're a child, if
you're a child listening,
it got way more serious just now than we realized. We need your money.
If you think you're gonna break up with your girl, take her card and subscribe to our podcast.
Yeah, dude.
On our Patreon at patreon.com/cowboyboys.
The amount of incredibly hot, like, dominatrix women, there's a weird amount of you.
Where's this going?
Listen to the podcast. Financially dominate your pay pig.
Oh,
make him sub to us for $100 a month.
That would rule.
Please.
If you take a screenshot, we'll retweet it.
If you make your pay pig sub to us, we will shout you out in an entire segment. Send us a photo of you and a photo of your pay pig subbing to us, and we will gas you up for a full 10 minutes. I'm not kidding. That's fucking great, dude. Yeah, that's a good one. I would fucking love to do that.
I'm trying to think of who else we could get. If you're, because I'm going like, hey, if you're a 14-year-old kid listening to this podcast, take your parents' credit card and subscribe. They already have though. Probably.
If you're 14 and listening to this, congratulations on... listen, you probably shouldn't listen to this, but I can't stop. I'm not your parents. I can't stop you.
I think 14 is a good age.
You're probably learning.
There's some moms who will email us and like, I listen with my kids, and I'm like, hey, don't do that.
Yeah, no, for real, dude. People put us on like publicly. Guys will send me a thing. He's like playing it on the loudspeaker at work, and I'm like, dude.
No, I'm cool with that, but I'm like, don't.
Yeah, but do they all want to hear it?
I'm cool with any adults, but I don't like... Children should be listening to like stupid Teletubbies or just like sounds and shapes on TV. Sesame Street, not a podcast. What if that's how? Because like Coco Melon gets like 1 billion trillion views a day. What if we started a podcast for babies, where it's just like sounds,
Cowboy Boy Babies,
but like it's just like keys jingling. There's no like it's just
me in the microphone. Hey. You're a baby.
Just like, I mean, yeah. I don't know. I wouldn't even put talking in it because Teletubbies doesn't have any talking.
You're just ASMR. You just invented ASMR again.
But because like children's programming on YouTube makes so much cash hand over fist. We gotta start a kids podcast, safe for work, ad friendly. We're not making any money on YouTube because we're not ad friendly.
Yeah. Yeah, every podcast. So I've been on like 4 different podcasts recently, and they're all very popular. And every single one of them was like, hey, we loved you. We appreciate you. It's very funny. This episode's demonetized. And I was like, I'm sorry,
All of our episodes are demonetized.
All of them?
I don't even bother monetizing them anymore.
Oh yeah, there's
so I don't
way.
even like try because
there's no way of all
I've
the
tried,
things we said. Yeah, they're gonna monetize when we say we declare a fatwa on the king and we're glad the queen is dead.
Dude, I tried. It's not that. I don't think it's the content. I think it's just if you say a swear word.
Oh yeah, you gotta. Well, everyone I know bleeps their swear words.
I'm not listening to this after I'm not going to go through and edit anything out.
Yeah. We could pay a guy like $200 a month to edit them for us.
We don't have that kind of scratch.
I know we don't, but if you steal, if you borrow, if you implied, if you just give us $5.
But you also get an extra episode.
Yeah. If you go to cowboyboys.com/Patreon or patreon.com/cowboyboys, however it works, you get it.
I'll do that. I'll set that up. The first URL.
Oh yeah. You should.
Yeah, give us $5. Subscribe. It's very helpful. We'll love you. We do cool stuff over there.
We really do.
It's literally the same thing, but a little different. But the same.
But you're getting it.
Yeah,
you are getting it though. Anything you want to add?
No.
All right. I think we're out of here. That was a great episode, Mac. You did great, and I'm proud of you. Even though you're sick, you're really going through. You're powering through. Just so you guys know, Mac is sick. He's been pretty miserable, and he powered through.
I always power through.
All right. Love you guys.
That's how I make love, too. Even when I'm sick. I'm just like, I got to do this for her.
Yeah, dude. Yeehaw, everybody.
Never for me. Yeehaw.